What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to Memory Lane. Now, I know this magazine in front of you here has appeared briefly in a Memory Lane video before, along with several other magazines, but I wanted to look at it a little bit more. This is the Home Computer course. Now, this says double issue 1 and 2. I only got issue 1 here at the moment. Eventually I'll get them all again, because this is something when I first got my ZX81 that I got because all this home computer thing was new to me at the time, and you know, it just was. So I think I made some joke about this competition on the back, win a BBC Micro B home computer. Do you think it's too late for me to enter? I think that's what I said. But let's take a look at this. For 80 pence, this was I think it was a monthly magazine. Actually, I think that's about the right price for a monthly magazine at the time, 80p. Although that was probably like a discount for the first issue, or because it was a double issue as well. So anyway, let's look it up, because you know, I was heavily into all this. I didn't really have much of a clue about what it was all about, but I thought, you know, this is nostalgia. What is a computer and how do they think? This was designed to sort of teach you everything you needed to know about it, really. What they are, what they can do, how bits work, what bytes are, memories, how loading software worked with the setup, with the cassette recorder and things. The basics that sort of fundamentally every computer adhered to, and this was cool as well. I spent many hours studying this here, because this was all like the main computers of the time. Now, I had the ZX81. A lot of people I knew had Spectrums, Commodore 64s, VIC-20s. A couple of people had Oryx. Someone had this Texas Instruments machine here. One boy at school even had this BBC Micro, and our school used these as a sort of mainstay. I like the look of the Lynx. I can remember that. That was pretty cool. Also the Dragon 32. But I used to look at all the specs. I used to memorize them. You know, I just did. It had advantages and disadvantages. Like, for the instance, Oryx 1. Advantages: typewriter style keyboard, 4-color printer available, clear sound. Disadvantages: has had reliability problems and limited choice of software. Well, there you go. ZX81. This is the computer I had. Advantages: user-definable characters, add versatility, very reasonably priced, includes 16K RAM. But yeah, user-definable characters that enabled you to write graphics into your programs far easier. It was very easy to write games, like simple, I mean very simple games on your computer. Disadvantages: touchpad keyboard, small size of machine makes it awkward to use. I didn't mind the touchpad keyboard, I quite liked it. Spectrum, this is what a lot of people had. Advantages: very reasonably priced for a colour computer, wide variety of games. That is true. I know the software available, absolutely true. Disadvantages: very poor keyboard, barely audible sound, temperamental tape load, gets very hot after prolonged use. Well, I think they all did, to be honest, didn't they? I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. Talking about disk drives, floppy disks and ROMs and all sorts of things, cartridges, how it works, basically, filing, handling numbers, questions and answers about computers that, you know, we all had at the time. You know, look at that later. An Apple computer. I'll be editing this video on an Apple Mac, just way in advance of this now. some of the games people play. Just look at it, look. Yeah, so nostalgic. Only a few people will really appreciate this, you know. They just will. The Sinclair Spectrum, it dives into that as well. I memorised every page of this thing. So Clive Sinclair, the guy that invented it, or came up with this, his company. The inside of it there. I had this starter pack for the ZX81, although my RAM pack was what they call a memo pack 16K, which was like a slim line, but it went all along the edge of the computer, and it Velcro tacked onto the side of the housing, which was quite cool. I thought it was quite cool. Never had the printer for it though. Don't know what that was like. The Spectrum was obviously, I think, the most popular computer of the time. I would have liked a Spectrum sooner than I actually got one, but I was more than happy with the ZX81 to start with. I just felt I was slightly behind other people at the time, but I did enjoy living in the era. Bits and bytes, look at that, how it all works. I mean, and there's the Auric One. Look, it had a huge speaker inside for the time. Yeah, it used its own loudspeaker for the sounds rather than the sound through the TV, which was kind of its thing. Yep. Look at this, look. I just felt like, because I was a kid when I was getting this, just felt like I was, I don't know, more involved with it. Home computer course. So I will look out for issue 2 of the home computer course, because these are special. Very, very, very nostalgic to me. In time, of course, I did get my own Spectrum, but not until later. That's another story. Anyway, here's a look at the home computer course, issue 1. Please do give the video a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification to be told of future uploads, and hopefully I will see you on another video. Bye for now. Bye bye.